Hello, Macadorish Football Fan TV. This is the after-match reaction from Bows 2, PAOK 1 in their first leg of the Europa Conference League. I'm just back from the game there. I just got home not too long ago, but what a performance. And, from Bows' point of view, they should be so proud of the performance that they put on. Obviously, winning the first leg. It's only half time in the tie, but to go and show the level of performance in which a lot of the players did in the squad was absolutely outstanding. I mean, Kieran Kelly was absolutely unbelievable at the back for Bows, and then you had Ross Tierney constantly driving Bows up the pitch and getting them in between the lines and winning fouls further up the pitch for them. I just thought two-man Bows today, James Talbot as well, absolutely excellent in the first half. It looks like PAOK were probably going to take the lead, but then just I suppose around the 20th minute mark, the momentum just shifted and Bows just got really comfortable. Every single player just looked comfortable on the ball, receiving the ball, doing well, and as even Andy Lyons, Dawson Devoy, Ross Tierney, all these young lads coming through, and then a lot of people said that Georgie Kelly couldn't make the grade, and yet he was one of the ones that set up the first. Well, he was the one that set up the first goal. Doing really well, taking the ball off the defender, from PAOK, defender, and then cutting the ball into the box, and Ali Cute was there to poke home, couldn't miss. And at that stage, the crowd really got going, and it was great. Look, the biggest negative of tonight was the fact that that game wasn't shown on TV, and the fact that there was only 8,000 or whatever it was allowed in, when in reality that's tonight. I put up a tweet and I said that's where fans are made. A nights like tonight where you can bring someone along and then they get the bug for it. And look, unless they paid the €10 to the LOI TV, you couldn't have watched that game tonight. But it was absolutely unbelievable performance from Bows. Honestly, to a man. I can't get over it. Like they all look so comfortable at that level, especially the youngsters like Andy Lyons, Dawson Devoy, and Ross Tierney as well, who looks like he could play at that level. Like he was just skinning people for fun, and even in the second half, he was taking the ball into the opposition's half, and then he was just skinning them, winning fouls, and just taking the pressure off his team. And James Talbot, to be fair as well, was absolutely outstanding. Looks back to his very, very best, which when he's in that type of form, he's international standard for me. But then obviously Bows get the second goal, which was in the second half, and I couldn't believe it. It was a good bit of play in the corner. They had a short corner, and Breslin, and I think it was Cute, had a bit of play on that side, whipped in a ball from the short corner. Breslin whipped it in, and it just whiskered past the post, so the danger signs were there. And then it seemed that the short corner was played out to Cute, and he just took a shot from distance, and the keeper probably should have done better. But Bows won't care. I mean, 2-1, regardless of what happens in the second leg, this is a huge result, and it brings a lot of eyes on Irish football, which we've wanted and needed for a long time. So, hats off to Bows. What a performance. Obviously, they get their goal with Oliveira late on. I felt as though they were going to score one, but if Bows can match their performance from tonight and just not get overawed by the occasion, you just never know what could happen away in Greece next week. Look, just reading a couple of comments there. Big away goal. There is no away goals, I believe. They've done away with them. So Celtic Warrior. Liam Diggins says, "Oh, US are the best fans in the world." Irony loves Ireland, and Monica laughing says hurts. Okay. Keep your comments coming in anyway. As I run through just this quick match reaction, because I'm only back from the game. And I'm starving as well, so my energy's a little bit sapped. But like, it was brilliant at the end, even with the fans, and they were all really overjoyed. And it's been a horrible time with COVID for fans and not being able to go to games. And truth be told, every time I've been at a game, working at a game, whether it's League of Ireland or whether it's Ireland international games, they just feel like training games. Whereas today, even though there was 8,000, they just kept the team going, and they just kept willing the team on, and it was brilliant from an Irish football perspective. We needed a result like that to show people, hang on a second, our teams can play football and do it quite well. Like, we were playing away from, or sorry, not we, Bows were playing out from the back, and they just didn't look overawed by the occasion at all. It seemed to really suit that Aviva pitch. And I look at players like Ross Tierney and stuff like that, and I really think that he can go up levels. I really do. And I think Dawson Devoy as well, and Andy Lyons as well. Liam Burt was a constant threat throughout. Honestly, they were, to a man, but Kieran Kelly for me was man of the match. I thought he was absolutely outstanding. He won everything. He got in the way of everything. He was just absolutely outstanding. Again, I'm going to sound like a bit of a fanboy here, but like honestly, I thought that they were all excellent, and I couldn't fault them, other than maybe the goal. But like, look, goals are scored in games, and that's just the way it is. But they have like they've put Irish football a little bit on the map now, whereas that's a very historic night. But again, I go back to, not a lot of people got to see it due to the fact that there was no TV deal. There was no, there was only 8,000 allowed in, but there's 25,000 allowed in for the Ireland game next month. So it kind of begs the question, like, what is the story there? But look, from an Irish football perspective, it was a huge result. I don't think people realise, maybe people that don't follow the league, how big a deal PAOK would be in terms of getting a result. It's only half time in the tie. I know that, but even still, if I was a Bows fan, or if you were a Bows fan, you'd be forgiven for getting excited and I suppose dreaming in some ways that you could go over to Greece, nick a goal, and if you win that. Or say it's 2-1 next week, goes to extra time and maybe penalties and win that, or win it in normal time. Because tonight they really showed like they could have won it by more. They could have won it 3 or 4-1. But then again, James Talbot made some unbelievable saves as well, so it kind of evened itself out. But in terms of performance and just a show, I got called to the game quite late to say I could go in and do the game, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm so happy that I went into the game. I was obviously working at it, but I was in at the game, and I was just, I was really happy I went. It was a great performance. And even Keith Buckley, again, captain, leads by example. Just absolutely outstanding by the whole Bows team, even their subs that came on and stuff like that. It'll be a very interesting game next week. I just hope that the players aren't too tired and they can keep up that level of intensity like they did for about 70 to 80 minutes, because that's when PAOK started. When they made the subs, you could see kind of the drop off, and Bows were getting quite tired at that point. But I definitely think that they are they're set up for a good game next week, and I do think, as Stephen Callahan just said there in the comments, great result for Irish football. And it really is. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that, because I'm just going to end up repeating myself. I haven't really eaten, and I'm going to get some food now because I'm absolutely starving, and I'm going to go to bed. But listen, huge thanks to everyone who checked out the video and got in touch in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And if you want to check out our merchandise, as you can see down the bottom there, it's at irishfantv.myshopify.com, and you can support us by getting a t-shirt and looking amazing. The Ireland games are in a month's time, so why not look the business in one of our t-shirts?